What we're seeing is my demographic uncomfortable with their version of white America going away. DEI, BLM, CRT, gay people. Then they want to take away women's rights. Then you want to tell people who they can love, who they can't love, what you can teach in schools. This country has never been great for everybody, unless they look like me. And that's why Make America Great Again is a bunch of crap. Because they really want to make America white again. Part of this country couldn't stomach a black man sitting in the White House instead of picking cotton in their fields. And you see these people, hey Bob, oh yeah, I'm going to own me the libs today. Oh, it's all rigged, I'm the victim. It's his uneducated base. Primarily in red states. That's why they want to dismantle the Department of Education. They want to keep their white rage fueled, constantly throwing logs on the fire. Somehow they're the victims, right? And then the white Christians will be the victims. And then you pick somebody like the immigrant that committed that horrible crime against Lincoln Riley, right? And you pick out the brown person. And you blame the immigrants, the non-white people. And then you pick on the Muslims, the non-white people. And again, and again, and again. And now you have, was it Ben Shapiro, that white nationalist, saying, oh, I'm just kidding. We should pardon the guy that unalived George Floyd. Yeah, that's not a joke. That's what they want. They want to show and flex their white superiority. Because that's what this country's always been. And the people that are triggered by Black History Month, they're the same ignorant white nationalists, because there's a couple of days every year that doesn't glorify their whiteness, that doesn't put them at the top of the chain, and that makes them uncomfortable. And when you see people make these childish comments on posts, yeah, the libs, George Soros, Hunter Biden, and they have ridiculous memes or things with Joe Biden doing silly things, it's because they're mentally immature. They're children. They're toddlers. They go around and they complain about everything. They whine about everything. They bitch, they moan. They live in a red state and they say they're against socialism, but yet the blue states supply all of the money to the red states. And they thought during the election that Trump would give them the white America, the nuclear family, with the white cop sitting with the white kid at the white ice cream shop being served by a white ice cream guy. That's what they wanted. That's what Trump promised them. It was never about eggs. They just couldn't stomach a black woman sitting in the Oval Office. They'll say it was her cackle, or I didn't like her policies. What were her policies you don't like? I don't know. I just didn't like them. I didn't like what she said. You didn't like that she was a black woman. And that intimidated you because you're a weak little boy. Because real men aren't intimidated by strong women. You should welcome them. But you keep hiding behind your toxic masculinity. It's a cancer. It means that you're insecure. Because toxic masculinity means that you have to defeat people all the time, and you always have to win, and you always have to finish first, otherwise you're a loser. Look at the demographic that supports him, right? Big long beards, old crusty white guys, most of them are overweight, tattoos, Second Amendment, they have pet bald eagles, 5,000 American flags, because that's their version of 1787 America, where racist slave owners wrote the Constitution and said that this country is designed to benefit 21-year-old land-owning white men, and that 3/5 of a person is what we're going to consider a black person. That is what this country was founded on. So don't give me the shit that Whoa, all you do was talk about race. That's all the founding fathers did was talk about race. They designed this country around the white race. But you don't want to talk about it. You want to put your head in the sand and be ignorant and blame DEI. And yet you can't name one person that was unqualified to fly an airplane because you're ignorant and you're uneducated. Because all you have is this white rage that Donald Trump has tapped into. Your ignorance, your stupidity, your lack of critical thinking. All you know is that he makes you feel a certain way, and that's all you care about. That's why we're really here, America. Are we ready to finally address it? Are we finally ready to talk about white America? Or do we want to just keep putting our heads in the sand and pretending that we're this great nation that includes everybody? Because I'm not going to pretend like America is great anymore, because it's not. 11% of our country is on welfare, in poverty. 700,000 are homeless. We had 500 mass shootings last year and 600 mass shootings the year before. But what are we doing? We're talking about trans people in bathrooms. We're talking about transgenders in sports. There's 12 in all of college sports out of 500,000 people. Why? Because it makes their uneducated, stupid, MAGA fake Christians angry. It gives them something to justify their white rage and their white grievance. That's why we're here. So, if we're ready to address the real problem with this country, let me know.